Khloe Kardashian feels guilty over her lack of connection to her newborn son and wishes people were more honest with her about the realities of surrogacy. She speaks openly about the transactional experience while hanging with Kim Kardashian and Scott Disick in the Season 3 premiere episode of Hulu's The Kardashians on Thursday. Khloe's baby boy, who is reportedly named Tatum, was born via surrogate last July and he is the second child she shares with philandering ex-boyfriend Tristan Thompson. They also have 5-year-old daughter True. The Good American founder, 38, learned just weeks after they went through with an embryo transfer in November 2021 that had secretly fathered a child with fitness model Marley Nichols. Khloe recalls just how hard the surrogate process was for her, with Kim reiterating that her sister had a hard time accepting it all. "It was a mindfuck," Khloe remarks. "It's just the weirdest thing. I do think there is a difference when the baby is in your belly, the baby actually feels your real heart. There is no one else on this planet who will feel you from the inside like that," explains Kim, who used surrogacy for 2 of her 4 pregnancies. "People can connect in different ways, some cannot connect," Scott asks Khloe, "so do you feel less connected?" Khloe reluctantly admits to the disconnect but also acknowledges that people have told her it can take time. She does appear to envy the fact that Kim had an easy time connecting with her 2 youngest children born via surrogacy. "I definitely buried my head in the sand during that pregnancy and that I didn't digest what was happening," Khloe explains in confessional. "So I think when I went to the hospital, I really think that was the first time that it really registered," she explains. Khloe insists that her feelings have nothing to do with the baby, but more so the circumstances and how it felt transactional to her. "You're just like, okay, we're having a baby and this is my son and I'm taking him home with me," she explains. "I definitely was in a state of shock from my entire experience. I felt really guilty that this woman just had my baby and I take the baby and I go in another room and we are sort of separated. I felt that it was such a transactional experience because it's not about him." All in all, Khloe says that she wishes she had known more about surrogacy and the complexities of it before moving forward. "I wish someone was honest about surrogacy and the difference of it. It doesn't mean it's bad or good. It's still great. It's just very different," she says. To close out their convo, Kim reminds Khloe and Scott that if their brother Rob doesn't end up having a son in his lifetime then the Kardashian name is dead. "What does a world without the Kardashian name look like?" one of the producers asked Kim in confessional. She replies with a giggle, "I can insert a lot of things that other people would say. It's like less drama, men can have babies until they're like 90, so we have time for Rob," Khloe tells Kim. "It's gonna happen, give him time." She also takes fans along as she embarks on a really scary journey after discovering a suspicious bump on her face that turned out to be melanoma. Khloe, who is predisposed to the skin cancer, is asked about the Band-Aid on your face by Scott during his visit to her house. She tells the audience that she had a bump on her face biopsied after keeping an eye on it for 7 or 8 months. "I am just waiting for the results," says Khloe, who remarked that the ordeal was just another blow following her ex-boyfriend Tristan Thompson's paternity scandal and the birth of their son via surrogate last year. Khloe's mom Kris Jenner reveals the results of the biopsy while speaking to younger daughter Kylie Jenner at a party celebrating Kendall Jenner's 818 tequila line. She pulls the Kylie Cosmetics founder aside and tells her that the bump is cancerous. "I'm just a little worried and now she has to have it removed," Kris reveals in whisper. "Wow," Kylie reacts. Kris says that Khloe has a history of melanoma and cancerous lesions, so this latest bout on her face is very concerning to her and the family. You have to go in and you don't know how much of your cheek they're gonna take, Kris explains to Kylie of Khloe's next steps. In confessional, Kylie recalls seeing the bump on Khloe's face and how this entire situation is really scary. I just hope that everything's going to be okay, the mother of two adds. After learning of her sister's predicament, Kylie finds Khloe at the party and pulls her aside to talk to her one-on-one about what the procedure entails. "I have to get a plastic surgeon to cut the whole thing out," Khloe says bluntly. "They said that they won't know until they open up my cheek how big they have to cut.